Telecommunication companies sue National Assembly over frequent oversight functions. PDP describes Looters List as plot to divert attention. Police recover over 200 firearms in Lagos. Senator Mustapha Buka dies at 63. Details of this and other stories in a moment. Welcome to the news on the hour on Television Nigerian. I am Cynthia Agbo. Telecommunications companies under the aegis of the Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria have sued the NASS members to court over frequent summons received from different committees of the National Assembly, which they claim negatively impact on the ability of the chief executive officers of telecoms operators to focus on their operations. Chairman of the association, Benga Adebayo, said the incessant summons by the committee indicate the overlapping functions of different committees of the National Assembly, which he said must be addressed in the law court. According to Adebayo, some of the requested information border on information within the purview of specific government agencies, which the National Assembly could easily request the agencies to provide. The association has therefore asked for the court to determine the extent of the Assembly's oversight functions as it relates to telecommunications company being private companies, the specific nature of information which the NASS can lawfully request from telecommunications companies, and whether it includes companies' confidential information and information within the purview of government agencies. The People's Democratic Party has described the Looters List released by the federal government as part of the plot by the government of the day to divert people's attention from public discourse. In a statement issued recently in Abuja, the party's National Publicity Secretary, Kola Ologbodiyan, said that the All Progressives Congress, APC, have failed in its plot to use the Looters List to divert public discourse from the raging questions on their numerous scandals and overall failures in governance. The PDP noted that the federal government has no case against it, as the published list only had individuals who were not indicted or convicted for corruption and those who are not members of the PDP. The federal government, through the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, had released a list of persons who allegedly looted Nigeria's economy under PDP's watch. After the break, police recover over 200 firearms in Lagos. Thanks for staying tuned. The Lagos State Police Command on Tuesday said it had recovered more than 200 illegally acquired firearms from individuals and suspected hoodlums in the last 7 months. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Ega Imohimi, said that the firearms were recovered from suspected hoodlums and those that embraced the 21 days grace period given by the Inspector General of Police to submit their illegally possessed firearms. Some of the firearms recovered consisted of 38 pump-action rifles, 6 AK-47 rifles, 12 double-barrel rifles, 11 single-barrel rifles, and 70 single-barrel locally made cut-to-size shotguns. The recovered arms and ammunition has been taken to the Lagos State Police Command Armory. And on a sad note, the senator representing Katsina North Senatorial District and President Muhammadu Buhari's constituency, Mustapha Buka, has died at age 63. The senator, who returned to Nigeria in March after spending 1 month in the UK on a medical mission, died in the early hours of Wednesday at the Nizamiya Hospital in Abuja. A graduate of engineering from the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, he worked as project manager for the Kaduna State Water Board and retired in 2008 as director of Katsina State Water Board. He is survived by 2 wives and 12 children, including Dr. Ibrahim Bukar of the Nigerian Telecommunications Commission. Meanwhile, the leadership of the Senate in separate reactions has expressed deep sorrow over the passing of its member representing Katsina North, Senator Mustapha Bukar, after a brief illness in Abuja. President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, speaking through his special advisor, Media and Publicity, Yusuf Olaniyonu in Abuja, described the death of Senator Bukar as one too many, coming a few weeks after the Red Chamber lost Senator Ali Wakili. Also, the Deputy President of the Senate, Ike Ekweremadu, expressed grief over the death of the Senator Mustapha Bukar, describing the incident as a heavy blow to the Senate and the entire nation. They prayed God to grant eternal rest to the soul of the departed and grant the late senator's family, the good people of Katsina State and the nation, the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Moving on to sport, following their dismal performances in recent times, capped with a recent home defeat by longtime rival Tottenham, Chelsea is facing one of their biggest challenges since the Roman Abramovich era, with the prospect of having to sack and hire yet another head coach. In addition to Abramovich and his board having to find a new technical director to replace Michael Emenalo, who quit last November, Conte remains adamant he will not quit in Chelsea and gave up a potential $9 million payoff, which leaves the club having to sack him and risk picking up the full bill if he does not walk straight into another club. There are also doubts over the future of as many as 9 first-team players, including Eden Hazard and Thibaut Courtois, who may not sign new contracts if Chelsea fail to qualify for the Champions League. While club owner Abramovich will face an uphill task this summer to ensure Chelsea do not fall further behind their rivals. Another foreign scene, Sierra Leone's opposition supporters gathered in front of the High Court building in Freetown in protest of an alleged plan by the incumbent All People's Congress Party, APC, to seek a court injunction against the announcement of the presidential election results by the Electoral Commission. The opposition party claims its candidate won the country's presidential election runoff, going by its own tally of the results, which saw its leader Julius Maada Bio take 54.11% of the votes, while Samura Kamara of the ruling All People's Congress (APC) got 45.89%. The opposition alleged that the ruling party is seeking an opportunity to stall the announcement of the results, going by a government spokesman accusation of the British government of spearheading an international conspiracy to effect regime change by rigging the poll. The country's National Electoral Commission, NEC, is expected to release the results of the elections by Thursday. To end the news, a recap of the major stories. Telecommunication companies sue National Assembly over frequent oversight functions. PDP describes Looters List as plot to divert attention. Police recover over 200 firearms in Lagos. Senator Mustapha Bukar dies at 63. That is the news on the Hour on Television Nigerian. I will leave you with this thought. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. I am Cynthia Agbodu. Have yourself a wonderful night.